just a chance to get a singlet on and get a little nervous and get that first time over with kind of feeling. So, I think the good thing, from a coaching standpoint early in the season is that I didn't see anyone get injured. So I'm excited about that because anytime you put a singlet on, it means something. There's that liability. But there's some. Overall, I'm pleased with it. Obviously, first because of the injury factor, but secondly, I thought we competed well. I think our guys that maybe are the second place guys showed that we're getting some depth, and they competed really well. I think you go up and down the lineup and see the guys that didn't. Obviously, I think all the guys that were kind of supposed to win won, but a lot of those guys in those first team wrestle-offs really had to fight for it. Jared's situation is probably a little different than everybody. He's been a little banged up, and so he's probably a little bit off in timing. Not that far off. Not really anything a good week of training can do. But he hadn't been on the mat a lot lately, so he's a little sloppy right now. And when he's sloppy, he can be really sloppy. But he's the one guy that you saw once things gets rolling. He competes so hard that it's just hard to keep up with his pace. So I'll never be worried about him giving up 2-0. But we got to definitely make sure that when we get our timing back and when we get back in shape, we're good there. Well, there's 3 good guys there. It's Austin's plan to eventually get there, but he's and he's owning it that he hasn't done a very good job. And but right now, the number 1 guy is Todd Small, and in a close second is Ramazan. And maybe in the waiting, you got to prove yourself, and you got to do the things right, and you got to progress down. You just can't go from 150 pounds to 133 pounds overnight, and that's kind of where he's at. He's done a great job the last 2 weeks, but Austin didn't do a great job outside of the room. He's a star in the room, but he didn't do a good job outside of the room, and he's hard-headed, and that's what makes him good, but that's what makes him bad. So now he gets it, and he's probably gonna have to sit and watch a while. That's probably going to be a little painful, but sometimes that's the best lessons learned. But it's a long season. We got 3 really good quality guys in the running at 133. Only 2 of them are making weight, so we really only have 2. But I like both of them. I've really been proud of Todd Small's effort this fall. I've seen him really take this serious, and he can wrestle. I just love the way Austin Gomez competes all the time. It's been real easy to dodge that match. But he stepped up and manned up, and when things got tough, he just kind of got horsed around. You could see the strength. And Ian Parker's a tough dude. Ian Parker's one of the best guys on top in the nation. He's just old school, ride you hard, bar you up, and that was the difference in the match. And so I was proud of the fact that he got to his feet a couple times, Gomez. But when you wrestle a good guy like Parker, you got to make sure you get all the way out. So it was good to see him compete. I was proud of the way Austin competed. I was proud of the way both those guys. I'll be honest, a lot of coaches and a lot of people wouldn't put those guys together because everybody's kind of trying to protect everybody in this world. Well, I don't roll that way. This is a tough sport, and you need tough tests. And Austin Gomez doesn't run for anything.
And then obviously this is the first time we've seen David Carr in an Iowa State singlet. Is this what he always looks like? He got 4 takedowns in 2 periods and then pinned the kid.
Well, we hope so. He's somewhere close around here, so I hope he doesn't hear me. But
I'll tell you what, Coach, you got a great shirt on. You're looking good today. It's phenomenal.
He's got a future. He wants to get into broadcasting, so here we go. He wants to get into broadcasting. But no, David's obviously excited to be out there, and if David's just pace is so hard to keep up with. Let's face it. Grant Stotts did a great job competing that first period. There's a lot of guys. I give Grant credit. He really competed hard. David had to kind of, really stay intentional that whole time. But when you stay intentional the whole time, really good things happen. That's what it's all about. Is just keep wrestling. And a couple times last year he tried to do too much. He's doing a really good job of just being really consistent with his. He's always attacking, always trying to score points, and that's fun to watch. Yeah, not a big deal. He just had a minor scope with his knee 2 weeks ago, and he could have went if we would have wanted him to go, but I didn't want to swell, and I didn't want any chance of infection. We're just kind of getting to the point now where things are safe, and it's too early in the year. But that'll be a battle between those 2. I'll tell you, Dugan and Shapiro are both really good young guys, so that'll be a battle, And I tell a lot of these guys, not just those 2 guys, but it's going to be, we're going to compete until, there's going to be some weights that are going to be up for grabs for a long time this season. So the guy that stays in there consistent, has the best body of work, will be the guy that's going to the Big 12 championships.